Alright, hello, and welcome back to Dragon Quest VII 3DS Remake. Still hoping I could level up these job classes a little higher for few more abilities and magic spells through them, but yeah, apparently that's not going to be an option since Nintendo cut internet connection for the 3DS over a year ago now. And as I've mentioned several times through the course of this series already, a lot of those tablets you can download that eliminated the level cap are now gone with the internet support. Doesn't, when I'm playing this on my 3DS, because I still got that save file with that stuff downloaded on it. So. But here, no. Oh well. It'll make this playthrough unique, that's for sure. It'll be the first time in a long time that I've ever played through the upcoming desert scenario without having everybody fully maxed out on job class abilities. And I mean fully. Everything. Yeah. You name it, they had it. If it's in the game, they had it by this point. So, yeah. Yeah, I know, I'm a grinding fool. Or some would say just a fool, but what can I say other than to repeat what I've said a million times already? Overpowered. There is no such thing as far as I'm concerned. Over-leveled doesn't exist. I will gladly be the tank that plows his way through any battle with any fool enemy who dare step in my path. Get out of my way or I'll bulldoze right over you. Yeah. You can have your buffs and debuffs and all that crap. I'll just slice through anybody and everybody. Yeah. However, apparently on this playthrough, I'm not going to have that option. Damn! Oh, well, enough about that for now. I'm not going to put forward progression of this series any longer. Let's just get on with it. I've already delayed this long enough. I mean, let's see here. No, not... Wrong button. Yeah, shut up, Maribel. I wasn't trying to talk to you. Okay, don't show unless you're... Okay. I keep forgetting that. It never has. I don't even think in the first game. Showed your attack spells unless you were in battle with somebody. If you're just on the world map like I am right now, it only showed your field, like heal and zoom and... Okay, he has boom. Not exactly kaboom, but it'll have to do, I guess. Okay, she doesn't have it, though. Thought she did. She's got bang, not boom. Okay. Well, she's got mid-heal and full heal, so that'll help with healing. Okay, he's got, well, 2 out of 3 with boom. Not exactly kaboom, but... Oh well, I just have to... But yeah. Why am I walking back? For one thing, I can't walk back. I'd have to swim back. 2, why am I bothering? This isn't exactly a Final Fantasy game. I mean, I like the Final Fantasy series too. That much should be obvious by now. 7, well, actually, the only ones I've done so far are 7 and 1. Yeah. Probably do my playthrough of Final Fantasy V as soon as I'm done with this game. Or Oracle of Seasons, whichever happens first. Probably Oracle of Seasons, actually. But anyways, screw it. Enough grinding for now. Let's just move on with story. Just has me a little worried, I'll be honest. It has not since my first playthrough, when I first bought this on the 3DS, have I ever tried fighting, even making it to, let alone fighting the next main story boss, as lowly leveled in terms of job classes and abilities as I am right now. And he kicked my bottom. So, yeah, this could be interesting. Of course, I gotta make it to that boss first, but yeah. Gotta make it to that boss first before I can worry about how difficult the battle is gonna be, but anyways. No, not that way, going the exact opposite direction. I wanna go to that village. Actually, I think I already did that once. As far as story progression goes, I think I already triggered this sequence in an earlier video when I needed to heal up or something, revive somebody during grinding out here. No. I live here, don't you know? You just haven't ever seen me before. Right. You know, it's lucky for this guy, we're nice people. We outnumber him 3-1. And I bet any one of us is stronger than he is. If we really wanted to be the jerks he thinks we are, we could just slice through him and go right past him into town. Wink, wink. Yeah. Lucky for him, we're not that kind of people. All right. Well, no, not. Just wanted to turn the camera angle, not our direction we're moving. Now we go up here to this abandoned palace, or seemingly abandoned palace. Oh, not the magic. Go away. Why can't it? Oh, wait a minute. That's a throne. That's not a door. Sure. Trying to go through the throne to get it. Okay. Yeah, that's really gonna work. Standing there for a few seconds, like, why won't this door open? When it's not even a door, it's a chair. Don't I just feel so intelligent? Not. See, from here, no, that's for later. Isn't it? Yeah, this whole sequence is something for much later. This whole area. Isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. No, it can't all be. Okay, it has been a while since I've even played this part at all. I don't remember this. Okay, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay, that's better. Now I know where I'm going. For a second there, I was like, oh, wait a minute. I don't remember any of this. I mean, I know it's been a while since I played the game, but why should I? I'm not doing anything. Well, when you think about it, a lot of heroes in these games and Zelda games and whatnot are digging up graves and taking whatever we find of interest. So as sad and pathetic as it may sound, he's really not far off with that allegation. Sadly but truly. Yeah, they told us to get lost. We've already been there before we came here. In fact, that's why we're here. Really? But they're going to let us in now because we know this guy? I suppose it'd be no different than Zelda 2. That whole thing with getting into Death Mountain. That guy at the far end of town will only let you pass if you got the letter from Bagu. And only if you do. Only problem with that scenario is finding where Bagu is. Well, let's be honest. Back in 1988, 1989, I had a lot more free time than I do today. If a game like that with that kind of mechanic came out today, to be perfectly honest, as much as it pains me to have to admit, I'd probably do like most people. Google it. Because I don't think I would have had the patience or the time to find that exact spot that isn't even marked in any way whatsoever on the world map. Yeah. Luckily, I had a lot more free time back then. Summer, no, it was close to summer vacation. Yeah, 1989. Midway between 11th to, in between 11th grade year to 12th grade year. Of course, if they remade that game, they'd probably have some kind of shiny spot, some kind of sparkling spot, something sparkling there to draw your attention to that spot. Like how the recent remakes of Dragon Quest 1, where you got to go to find Erdrick's token in the southeast bottom right corner of the world map. 70 steps, 40 steps from Tentagel Castle. But those hints in and of themselves aren't enough to actually, when you get close, they actually, or where the rock, or the Mirror of Ra and Dragon Quest 2 recent remakes. If they remade Zelda 2, they'd probably do that same thing with where Bagu's house is. Or the hidden, much later in the game, the hidden town of Kasuto. And again, to be perfectly honest, I'm not so sure I'd be opposed to that. I mean, I know I harp on that kind of thing all the time, but I've been thinking about that lately. easy for me to do so. Is again, I had a lot more free time back in the 80s. Wasn't working maybe a week, maybe a day or two a week. Oh, had school, but that don't. So yeah, a lot more free time to work with. Today, no. Not to mention, I had a lot more patience for that kind of cryptic stuff back then. Today, games try that, and yeah, I'll abide by it for a while until I get sick of it. But even I a lot of times end up having to Google it, as they say. So yeah, like screw this. I don't have the patience I used to have. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. Anyways. Dude, where are you going? You think you can fight monsters in your condition? Looks like you can barely walk. Actually, no, it looks... Crack. Actually, it looks more like he's ready to throw up the way he's holding his stomach. Yeah, you get the idea. No need to be too graphic here. But just look at the way he was holding... Rewind the video a bit. Look at the way he was holding his stomach. Like he was about to lose it. Okay, I guess it does matter. Again, just like what the reference I made that led into that whole bit of dialogue just now, like in Zelda 2 with the letter from Megu. The only way you're getting into Death Mountain, which you have to do to get the hammer. Okay. No weapon or armor shops here? Well, screw this town then. Oh, there's a fragment here. The detector there is glowing. I suppose I can make an in-game save. Lately, all I've been doing are the quick saves. Since I've been out on the world map grinding. Yes. Okay. Now, trying to remember the sequence. I think I just go up to up here to this building. Talk to people up here, I think. Yep. No, not really. Well, if you insist, I guess. Free infare. Antidote herbs. Okay. Actually, I don't think it... Oh, that's right, in this game. Yeah, we don't yet. So yeah, I guess having an antidote herb wouldn't be too bad. Since neither one of us have the antidote / squelch spell yet. What? Sleep on the floor? Really? Good thing they didn't charge you for this. I'd have said no. Like, dude, I'm not paying you to sleep on the floor. Call me cheap, I guess, but still. Why should I pay you money for the privilege of sleeping on the floor? I mean, not much of a privilege to begin with, and I'll go sleep on that floor over there that you don't own, so you can't charge me for. Ugh. If I'm going to sleep on the floor, why pay you to do so? Yes. Anyways, yeah. Final thought here, getting back to what I was talking about earlier. As much as I like those games, if a game is cryptic as Zelda 2 or Castlevania 2 or even the original Zelda game, with no markers of where you do bomb or burn trees or like that came out today, as much as it pains me to admit, I don't think I'd like them as much. As my opinions and preferences in games have changed since then, not to mention my amount of free time or lack thereof. Yeah. I say that because there was somebody I was talking to at work not that long ago, likes the original Zelda, for prime example, likes the game but hates how everything, there's no indication of where the bomb walls and stuff are. And there was that part of me that, given how much nostalgia I have for that game, that wanted to politely tell him to go do something to himself, for ripping on the game. But then, because I'm at work, don't want to be too rude to either the customers or your co-workers, and two, realizing, from his perspective, I like the game because I've played it so much over the years. But if I were in his place, and that got me thinking, yeah. If a game like that came out today, as much as it pains me to admit, I don't think I'd like it quite as much. I'd be like, oh, come on. I don't have the time for this crap. Screw it, I'm looking up a map. Yeah. Anyways. So now what? Busy talking and not paying attention to dialogue here. Oh yeah, okay, I think we go back to the palace up there. Talk to Hadid or whatever his name was. Alright, fine. Change camera angle. No, not direction, just change camera angles. God dang it. Go away. I'm not fighting enemies right now. No need to. I suppose I could probably get another experience level or two, but can't level up job classes for a long time yet. Personally, I hate that. Stupid level cap bullshit. Figure you're going to have a game where grinding is a huge part of it to level up those job classes. You don't put limitations on that, you frickin' morons. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I wasn't supposed to come here yet. Okay, never mind. It's okay. Think so? Yeah. Whatever, dude. Do you honestly think you could fight this thing by yourself? Alright. How much damage does this do? 52. Better than nothing, I guess. Wait a minute, does he have a falcon sword or something? Looked like he got two. Looked like Hadid, whatever, just got 2 hits in there. The first one followed immediately by a second one. Like he had the falcon sword from Dragon Quest II. Well, a few other games as well, but 2 is the only one that I really ever get that weapon in. All of the other games that have it, there's always something better, but like boomerangs that multi-target. Okay, how many hit points does he have? There we go. 100. Really? I was getting more than that for the common enemies outside while I was grinding in hopes, unsuccessfully hoping to get the job classes leveled up. Those birds and those wyverns, as they were originally called before they got stupid and renamed them chimeras, even though they look nothing like chimeras. I was getting more experience from the common enemies outside this place than. Oh well. I guess look at Final Fantasy games, like Part 1 specifically. A lot of the bosses of that game only give you like 1 experience point or like barely into double digits. Something about bosses in early, well, this ain't even really an early RPG. This came out in 2001 originally on the PS1. Granted, I'm playing the 3DS remake that came out here 15 years later in September of 2016, but as to this day, I've never even made it this far in the PS1 original. Farthest I ever made it in the original version of the game was that automaton chapter story segment. Before I lost interest and went back to my copy of this game, or this version of it. Of course, that's probably due to timing. Had I played the original when it came out on the PS1 in 2001, my opinions would probably be different. But, yeah. Like I've explained many times before, I didn't even know this game came out until this remake. I mean, I've explained it many times before in other videos, but yeah. Having played all 4 of the NES games as they came out, the first one being my introduction to JRPGs in the summer of '89. Then Part 5 on the Super Nintendo isn't released here, neither is Part 6 a few years later. So as the 90s ended and the new century began, I had long since given up on there ever being another Dragon Quest Dragon Warrior game. As silly as that sounds now, looking back at it 20 plus years later, I figured they stopped at 4. Frick, some series like Star Tropics didn't even make it to a 4th game, just 2 of them. At that point in time, there were only 3 Metroid games. Keeping in mind the 4th one, Fusion, didn't come on until 2002. Neither did the 3D debut for that series, Prime, which came out at around the same time Fusion did. So at this point in time, there were only 3 Metroid games. So yeah, I just figured they were done. The Dragon Quest series was done, or Dragon Warrior as it was still called here in the States back then. Never bothered to look for more games or, there's never going to be any more. The series is done. So on Part 5, when this was released on the Sony PlayStation, plus the fact that I was too busy replaying Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid for the infinite time by late '01, early '02. Actually, no, by then I had already got a PS2 and was probably playing Final Fantasy X and Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty. I think that was, if I'm remembering correctly, late '01. Isn't that around the time the PS2 came out here in the USA? So yeah, just again, long story short, I didn't even know this game existed at all until this 3DS remake came out in September of 2016. And everybody's talking about the differences from the original. And I'm sitting there thinking, what? This isn't the original? You mean this is a Okay, how did I, a Dragon Quest fan since the beginning, how did I, emphasis on that word, miss this? Yeah. Somebody who was introduced to JRPGs through that first game when it hit North American stores in '89. How did I miss that? Yeah. Repeated for emphasis. Somehow I did, though. And I know I've told this a lot of times. Just something I find myself thinking about every time I play the game. Even now. It's like, seriously, I've been a fan of this series for over 30 years. Yeah, well, not quite even 20 years at that point in time, but still. Dude, haven't you ever heard of a shovel? Isn't that kind of primitive? Using your hands to dig a hole? I mean, that's what shovels were invented for, Maribel. Well, dude, you're doing it the hard way. Then again, I guess these desert people never heard of a shovel, I guess. Yeah, basically. Only some of them weren't exactly monsters. It was just other townspeople. Like that, what was the name of that Green Thumb's Garden one? The soap opera between Dill and whatever her name was, Lavender. Had nothing to do with monsters or the main overall story, so to speak. Potential spoiler alert there, but just one of the many side sub stories. Which again, to me, is one of the few complaints I have with this game. The game is long enough as it is. They could have done without that kind of thing. That whole Green Thumb's Garden. It's not really related to the main story of the game, just some sub-story BS. Padding, filler, in a game that doesn't really need it. The game that's long enough as it is. Get rid of it. Unnecessary. But obviously, they didn't, and now, even this version of the game has been out since, for 8 years now. God, it's been that. Even this remake has been out for 8 years now. God, where has time gone? I mean, I'd say 4 years, but no, 8. What? This game is a remake? Well, wait a minute. Yeah. Anyways, over the half-hour mark, so end things here. Pick it up next time. As always, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.